When a small business owner searches how to hire a part-time marketing director, they're usually not looking for meetings or dashboards. They're looking for results. And that's exactly what this system delivers.
The first month after we ran the email, we did $73,000 that month. The next month was our second highest month ever, which was $68,000. Monetarily, it's virtually changed our lives as far as how much we've made. Now we make over $1 million a year.
How did I help this small business owner generate 3 months of revenue in just 5 days, fill his calendar with a steady flow of booked appointments with his highest paying customers, and double his annual revenue from around $500,000 per year to over $1 million in sales without spending a single dollar on advertising? And what if I told you that I sent you to this video because I've identified your business as one of my next possible client success stories, who I believe I can get similar results for, just like Kevin, by tapping into an under-monetized asset that you already have sitting dormant inside your business right now. And what if I offered to do this for you with guaranteed results and with zero upfront cost, commitment, or risk to you, and that all I ask is you just give me a piece of the additional newfound profits that I produce for you that you otherwise wouldn't have gained? Would you be interested in learning more? If so, make sure you watch this short presentation in full to learn more about how I believe I can possibly help you generate 3 months of revenue in just 5 days, fill your calendar with a steady flow of booked appointments with your highest paying customers, and potentially even double your annual revenue, just like Kevin, by unlocking the hidden profits laying dormant inside a forgotten yet highly valuable asset that you already have in your business right now. Then if you like what you see in this video, click the button below to schedule a call with one of my trained customer revival campaign experts to find out if this would work for your business or not. And if it does, we'll talk more about what it might look like to work together and set this up for your business. And if we don't think it will work for you, well, we'll be honest and let you know and what we think you should be doing instead. By the way, hi, my name is Peter Beatty, and I'm a direct response copywriter from Gorham, Maine, USA. Ever since I left my day job in construction during the 2009 financial crisis, I've spent the last 16 years of my life helping small businesses just like yours generate new customers and make more money from the ones they already have. My marketing campaigns have generated tens of millions of dollars in revenue for myself and my clients, but more importantly, I've trained over 50,000 entrepreneurs on my marketing systems who, as a result, have collectively helped small businesses all over the globe in every industry imaginable. And now we want to help you. But first, let me know if this sounds like you. You want to grow your business and increase your sales, not just because you want more income or because you dream of giving your family a life of security, freedom, and abundance, but because this is your life. You know, you're great at what you do, and your customers love you for it. You were put on this earth to do what you do. And you know that if you could get just a few more good customers every month, you'd invest those profits right back into the business to hire more talent and expand your team, launch new products and services, open new locations, and expand your impact on the world. But here's the problem. Like most small business owners, whenever you feel like you need more customers, your first instinct is to spend more money on advertising. Maybe it's Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok, or maybe even old school methods like direct mail, coupon books, billboards, or dare I say it, newspaper or radio ads? So you fork over the money, cross your fingers, and hope that it works. And yeah, maybe you do sense a little boost in business at the end of the month, but you really have no idea if or how well it worked. Meaning for every $1 that you spend on advertising, you can't say with absolute certainty how much money you get back in return. And if that sounds familiar, you, my friend, have been wasting your hard-earned money on something I call hope and pray marketing, where you throw money at the wall or perhaps into the pockets of expensive agencies who promise the world, hoping something sticks, yet in the end, your bank account balance hasn't really gone up at all. But what if you didn't have to rely on hope to grow your business anymore? And instead, there was a way to predictably generate a surge of new sales every month or whenever you need it without spending a single dime on ads and without hiring overpriced marketing agencies who promise the world so they can charge you up front and never deliver on their promises. And what if I told you that you would know down to the dollar exactly how much profit this predictable marketing machine returned by the end of each month, so you knew without a shadow of a doubt whether it was working or not? So you could simply turn up the dial when you want to make more sales or simply dial it back when you have too many orders to keep up with. And what if I told you that you already had this predictable marketing machine in your business right now, sitting right under your nose and waiting to be activated? I'm talking about your most valuable asset in your business, your existing customer database. Yes, your existing customers, the people who already know, like, and trust you enough to pull out their wallets and buy from you. And if they've bought from you before, guess what? They will buy from you again, again, and again if given the chance. And with very little selling needed, because according to the Wharton School of Business, a paying customer is up to 14 times more likely to buy than a new lead. So let me ask you, why haven't you been presenting your existing customers with more opportunities to buy and doing it consistently? Well, you, my friend, are sitting on a gold mine and you don't even realize it. So how do you tap into that gold mine that is your existing customers? Well, this is what I do. I help small businesses like yours unlock the hidden profits laying dormant inside your most valuable asset that's likely being overlooked and under-monetized, your existing customer database. And I do this by leveraging the power of something you might think is outdated, something else you may have also been overlooking, or maybe you've already tried it yourself, but there's no possible way you could have done it like this. I'm talking about email marketing. Now wait, don't roll your eyes. I'm not talking about sending out some boring newsletter once a month with generic news and updates that no one ever reads. And I'm definitely not talking about those one-off email blasts that go out at random with no plan, no strategy, and no real results. Instead, I'm talking about a 7-part direct response email campaign written by a multi-million-dollar email copywriter and engineered to do one thing: elicit a response from the customer. Whether that response is them placing an order, scheduling an appointment, or calling you directly, the 7-part direct response email campaign, or what I call the customer revival campaign, is built to drive immediate and measurable revenue in your business. And the best part of all, you already have the customers to send it to. And there's zero upfront cost, commitment, or risk to you to have one of my experts set you up with one and start generating profits with it. But more on that later. So here's how it works. First, we obtain the email addresses of your existing customers. We craft a compelling, emotionally driven offer, often something your customer has bought before or a natural next step in your product or service offerings. Then over 5 days, Monday through Friday, we send a carefully sequenced email campaign to your customers from you, written by us, using my proven direct response marketing methods that generate demand, increase desire, build value, and tap into the powerful urgency and scarcity buying triggers to generate windfalls of sales on demand. Each email message builds on the last. Then by the end of day 5, most of my clients report generating as much as 3 months of revenue. And by the end of the first month, they often tell me they've had their best sales month ever. And they beg me to run another customer revival campaign for them next month. Then by the end of the year, they often tell me they've doubled their revenue and that I helped change their life. Like one of my clients named Kevin here, owner of a small local service-based business in Chester Springs, Pennsylvania, who had me send a customer revival campaign to his list of 680 customers. And in the first 30 minutes, Kevin texted me to say that he booked 5 new jobs at around $1,000 each. And 4 days later, he was up to 47 jobs, totaling up to over $43,000 in sales. And 30 days later, he said he was now up to over $71,000 in sales and about to have his best month ever. Fast forward to today, we've now run 5 different customer revival campaigns for Kevin, helping to power his business to over $1 million in annual sales. But don't take my word for it. I recently asked Kevin to hop on a Zoom call with me for a few minutes so he could tell you about his own experience in his own words. And here's what he said.
All right, what's up? Peter Beatty here, and I've got Kevin Plunkett here. Kevin, welcome to the call.
Yep, thanks for having me.
So as you guys might know, Kevin, from some of the email campaigns we've run for his business, and we've run like 4 or 5 campaigns for him since the last time we did an interview. So he's kind enough to come back on and give us an update on how the campaigns have been going for him. You reached out to me to run some Google ads for you because you wanted to drum up some more business. And then I told you how you had a customer list that you didn't know about in Wix that we could email, and ended up switching you from running Google ads to emailing your list. So can you just kind of tell the story of why you reached out to me initially to run those Google ads? Like, what were you looking to do in the business?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was the Google ads were very expensive. And I wasn't really aware of how much an email list is beneficial to reaching out to all of your clients and keeping that connection. I kind of thought that was older technology where everything had to be done through Google. And then, of course, once we started running the ads, I saw the difference with you on how many people were, whether it was more engagement or messages or bookings, but everything seemed to kind of really start to take off when you took over my advertising. And I kind of, not that I am against Google, but it was just a total different kind of, route to take, where I was getting a lot more than what I had planned on when I decided to take a shot with you.
Yeah. And that's very common, with pretty much every small business owner that I talk to. They come to me and they want to run paid ads because I want to get more customers. Let's run some ads. And they think they need to reach out into a new audience and pay for those ads to bring people in. But you didn't actually know you had a contact form on your website. So you've been building this list of your customers for probably 3 or 4 years at the time.
Yeah, I think so.
And you had almost 700 people on there. And I asked you, I was like, do you have a customer list? And you were like, what's that? So we logged into your site and I was like, wow, you got almost 700 people in here. Forget spending money on ads. Just let me send a promotion to these customers and I'll make you some decent money and you won't have to pay advertising. You just pay me to make the campaign.
I think what I liked about that is then we were going right at my customers. It wasn't just going out into some general, whatever. I don't know what Google does, but we were then targeting people that I've already had some type of communication with. So it wasn't like it was some spam ad or something, it was people that were saying, oh, I recognize this name. It's somebody who I've reached out to before, but now, I'm getting a part of this campaign that they're launching, and it just kind of enticed them a little bit more.
Yeah, it's there's actually, where you live in Pennsylvania, there's the Wharton School of Business. I think there's a certain name for it in Pennsylvania, but they published a study that existing customers are 14 times more likely to buy than a stranger, and that's why it works so good because customers, they already know, like, and trust you. They bought from you. I'm just trying to get more businesses to see this. They're sitting on this huge asset they're just not even promoting to, and leaving so much money on the table.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
As far as results, how much would you say that that first campaign generated? And maybe you can estimate the other campaigns. How much of an impact did they have on sales, would you say?
It was a lot. Especially the biggest thing in the beginning wasn't the actual dollar amount. It was the amount of people that then reached out back, and then I booked, and then continued to be a returning client up till today. So
really,
it was that returning business that I made from those clients, even from the beginning. from a monetary standpoint, I mean, our business has shot up. Every time we run one, that following month is one of our busiest months of that year, where in detailing, it's funny because somebody will bite on the ad that we put out, but then they'll have 2 or 3 other vehicles at their house where
Right.
those 3 will then come in the next month, the following month, and they're not getting the ad. They're they're happy with the work, and they love the deal that they got from the ad that you ran, and then they want to bring all of their cars to us. So
Yeah.
yeah, monetarily, it's virtually changed our lives as far as how much we've made when we've ran the ads, and how our yearly growth has gone up and up. And again, last year was our busiest year ever. So that is basically true from the first time we started to that next year. You know what I mean? It just kept going up and up. So that following year was always our best year again.
Yeah, yeah. And just so like we're clear, so like when you say ad, like I used to run Facebook ads for you. I forgot all about that. And then we stopped that for I think a year or two. And then that's when you reach back out, hey, can you run my ads? And then that's when we switched to email, was I think last year, wasn't it? Or,
I think maybe last year or the year before, one of the two.
yeah. Yeah, very recently. And since then we've run for, I think this is our 5th campaign actually.
Yeah.
And again, not to put words in your mouth, but people love to hear numbers. But like that first interview we did, you said that like that first campaign helped you do, I think 78,000 in that month, and then the next month was 64.
The first month after we ran the email, we did $73,000 that month. The next month was our second highest month ever, which was 68,000.
I mean, the impact it had was obvious at the time. But would you say every campaign from there has generated somewhat around the same results, more or less, or?
Everyone has been outstanding. I mean,
okay.
And that's why I reached out to you this time, because there's always a certain time in the year where I'm like, all right, I think it's time. It's a good position to run one of these ads, because I already know kind of exactly what's going to happen the next month and the following month, however it kind of transcends. But every time we run, it's been like virtually 100%. Every time we run the ad that month or the end of that month, and then the following month is crazy.
So when we run the campaigns, like how long does it take for the bookings to actually show up? Like Monday they launch.
I usually it's pretty quick. So we usually start. It's funny because I think a couple of them have been totally different, where some have been almost immediate, where others kind of trickle in, or we get a lot at the end. I think it depends on the time of year and what's happening, but it's kind of been sporadic throughout. I've never been able to kind of pinpoint, all right, we're launching the ad. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to get 30 emails. It's kind of like that staggered approach, because I think the way you run it is, which I really like, it's kind of like staggered throughout the week. So depending on people's work schedules, their kids, whatever they're doing, activities, it's nice to kind of throw a handful at them throughout the course of the week. So then it makes it more manageable for me. Where I'm not getting a ton of emails right away. Sometimes it happens, but usually it's kind of like a staggered effect.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I remember it's very like sometimes you tell me the appointments are coming in. Like I think one time you said within the first 5 minutes, but then like the next time it might have took like a couple hours or something like that. And they kind of
And I think I remember telling you in one there was somewhere it was over, but people were still emailing.
Yeah.
They had just never had a chance to reply and said, "Oh, is this still available? Can I please do this?" Where I, of course, I still took them in and gave them the discount or whatever it was we were running, the promotion. But yeah, it's funny how people react differently to some people delay, some people jump right on it right away.
Yeah. It is interesting. And so like right now, I think you're up to over like 1,000 subscribers that we're going to email. Initially, it was like 680 or something like that. And I think what I calculated was like every time we run one of these promotions, I think it was about 10% of those people end up booking over that 2-month period. Does that sound about right?
I think that's pretty close. Yep. Yeah, I would agree.
Like we've done this 4 or 5 times. Anyone can do the math and kind of figure out roughly what they've helped contribute. But like if someone out there, another business owner is going to be watching this and they're considering hiring me or one of my my trained experts to run one of these campaigns for them. I guess like if they're thinking about it, business owner to business owner, what would you say to them if they're wondering if this is worth it?
Well, I mean, monetarily wise, it's like handing somebody a $10 bill for what I'm going to make. It's a no brainer. We've made so much money off of running these ads and what they cost for us. It's not even a comparison.
Right.
It's I can't think of a good enough analogy to make sense on how, and I'm only speaking for myself for what
right.
for what we make, and then for what an ad or a campaign costs. We generate so much business, and like I've always told you, it does take some skill of the person that they're going to be calling or contacting. You have to know how to talk to people and deal with your clients and explain the promotions. But you're going to get them in the door, and then they have to be able to seal the deal with them. And we just have a great success rate. And I mean, we're at now, we make over $1 million a year, and I'm still reaching out to you to continue to run ads or campaigns, emails, because it still generates a lot of excitement, and
yeah,
it's worth its weight in gold. But you need also the people that you're helping to be able to kind of reciprocate that, and then grab those clients and keep their attention from what you generated to get them in the door.
Exactly. Yeah. That would be a breaking point. Like we could, like we've run these campaigns for other businesses and like even done bigger numbers than for you, but like the business owner has dropped the ball because they had someone inexperienced, handle those leads. And it's like, dude, you've just wasted like 6 figures in sales. Like,
yeah.
And that's a very important point. So yeah, it's like a partnership. Like it's not successful if either one of us don't do a good job, but if we both do a good job, then it comes out good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Last question for you, because I know you're busy. What other advertising methods would you say that like you may have tried before? Like what would you do before, like aside from online stuff?
Yeah, in the very beginning, we did some email campaigns, or not email, I'm sorry, flyers.
Oh yeah, direct mail. I remember that. Yeah.
That's going way back. That's probably 2017. We did flyers.
Yeah.
I ran some generic Facebook ads that I could do on my own on my business Facebook page. We've ran some Google stuff here and there. They've all done that. It is what it is. It's not like they don't help. They do a little bit, but never anything that I was really like, okay, this is where I kind of have to stick with. This is my one measure of advertising. I mean, people are always going to be on Google. They're always going to, but that's targeting such a huge kind of group. It's not targeting people I know, people that have been to my place, I've taken care of before, or have emailed me or called me. The people that you and I are targeting are people that pretty much already know about me and had maybe an experience with me before, or what it may be. But yeah, those are I think Facebook, Google, and that flyer, that mail flyer I did in the very beginning, the 3 other things that we've done. Yeah.
And the main thing with that is they're reaching strangers. They don't generate such like a big impact of sales, and probably hard to measure, I would assume too. Like if you put like $5,000 into a campaign, like you probably don't know what it's actually generated. Is that accurate? Or
you have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Okay. Yeah. I wanted to say that because I know there's so many business owners that do that, and I'm just trying to like, hey, listen, man, like you put $1 into this thing, we can measure what we're actually going to get out the other end, and I think that's huge for.
Yeah, that definitely it definitely lets you know like where your money's going, and then you're like, okay, this makes sense. It's working. It's not like you're just like, all right, who knows what. You know what I mean? Like, exactly, they're replying to that email. So exactly. So at the end of that whole email campaign, you can sit back and say, all right, I got, 37 people that booked, and, they spent an average of $2-3 grand a piece, blah, blah, blah. That campaign made me $100,000 or whatever, whatever the case may be. But it's in that, in that ballpark.
Cool. Well, man, I appreciate your time, Kevin, and being so upfront and honest about the results. This interview is gonna help motivate a lot of people, I think, to try this out. and it's going to impact some other businesses that haven't tried this. So thank you. And anything
Anytime.
else that am I missing anything? Anything else you want to say before we wrap
No,
up? Or
no, I think you got everything.
all right, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
So there you have it. Kevin is a real business owner just like you, and he was making the same mistakes that most small business owners make when trying to get more customers. But the biggest mistake of all, he was ignoring the most valuable asset in his business, his existing customer database. So we created, launched, and managed 5 different customer revival campaigns for Kevin, helping him generate 3 months of revenue in 5 days, fill his calendar with a steady flow of booked appointments with his highest paying customers, and double his annual revenue from around $500,000 per year to over $1 million in sales without spending a single dollar on advertising. In fact, Kevin really didn't need to do anything. We took care of it all. All he had to do was accept new booked appointments with over 600 of his best customers who responded to the promotion and called in droves, excited about the promotion and eager to take advantage and buy his special customer-only offer. And the best part? We're now offering to do the same for you. I sent you to this video because one of my trained customer revival campaign experts in your industry has identified your business as one of our next possible client success stories, who we believe we can get similar results for, just like Kevin, by tapping into an under-monetized asset that you already have sitting dormant inside your business right now, your existing customer database. And we're offering to do this for you with guaranteed results and with zero upfront cost, commitment, or risk to you. And all we ask is you just give us a piece of the additional newfound profits we produce for you that you otherwise wouldn't have gained. So are you interested in at least trying this out to see if it works? If so, click the button below to schedule a call with Glenn Reed, the customer revival campaign expert in your industry, to find out if this would work for your business or not. And if it does, on the call, we'll talk more about what it might look like to work together and set this up for your business. And if we don't think it will work, well, we'll be honest and let you know and tell you what we think you should be doing instead to make more money from your existing customers. So go ahead, click that button below to schedule a call right now, and we'll talk to you soon. Now, if you're still here and you're wondering, hey, it looks like Kevin's business is in the automotive industry. Will this work for my industry? First off, yes, Kevin runs an auto detailing shop in Chester Springs, Pennsylvania. Your business is obviously different from his. So let me start by saying, great question. That tells me that you're paying attention, which tells me that you're serious. And if you're serious, well, then you're exactly the kind of business owner who tends to get the biggest results from this system. Now, to really answer your question, let me ask you something. Do you think that the human brain changes just because someone walks into a different kind of business? Of course not. Whether you're selling car wax, spinal alignments, yoga memberships, or wedding cakes, you're still selling to a human being. And humans, like they have for thousands of years, respond to the same timeless triggers: urgency, curiosity, desire, social proof, and just an overall good deal. These were the same principles used by merchants who sold their goods and services on the crowded streets of ancient Rome. Why? Because they were selling to people. And the human brain hasn't changed at all since then. Your customers are people. And just like the customers who bought goods and services from the merchants selling their stuff on the crowded streets of ancient Rome, your customers are no different. Your customer just wants to solve a problem or fulfill a desire that they have in their life. And they want to know they're making a smart decision and that they're getting a good deal. And they want to do business with someone they know, like, and trust. And since they've already bought something from you, well, they'll buy from you again, and again, if you give them the chance. And that's why this will work for your industry too. So click the button below to schedule a call with Glenn Reed, the customer revival campaign expert in your industry to find out if this would work for your business or not. And if it does, on the call, we'll talk more about what it might look like to work together and set one of these up for your business. And if we don't think it will work, well, then we'll be honest and let you know in what we think you should be doing instead to make more money from your existing customers. So go ahead, click the button below to schedule your call right now, and we will talk to you soon.
Instead of charging retainers or locking clients into software, Ezekiel acts as an outsourced chief marketing officer. He quietly builds and runs done-for-you marketing automation systems that drive performance, and he only gets paid when those results come in. The first system he runs is called the Customer Revival Strategy. It's simple, fast, and it works almost instantly. This campaign is designed to reactivate past customers, people who already know and trust the business. It uses proven psychological triggers: urgency, reciprocity, familiarity, social proof, and timing. These are not cold leads. They're real customers who have said yes once and are likely to say yes again. Kevin, a small business owner, experienced this strategy firsthand. Within hours of launch, his campaign booked 8 jobs, with 4 more pending. In just 5 days, over 70 jobs were booked. That month, Kevin brought in an additional $73,000 in revenue. These results weren't a fluke. They're typical of how the system performs. And what makes this offer different is that Ezekiel builds and launches the entire system at no cost upfront. There are no contracts, no ad spend, no retainers. The business only pays when the campaign produces measurable success. If that first campaign delivers, and it usually does, Ezekiel offers to stay on as a part-time marketing director. That's when the system stack starts to grow. He adds review generation, turning customer feedback into blogs, videos, and podcasts. That content is then syndicated to a media site he owns, helping boost local visibility and authority. Next, social media posting is activated, twice a day, every day. This keeps the business top of mind with customers and builds trust with new prospects. As Ezekiel says, posting twice a day keeps customers coming your way. The system also includes nurture campaigns, smart follow-up automations, and background marketing tasks that quietly convert leads without needing constant attention. Clients never touch a dashboard. They never write copy. They don't have to manage anything. Ezekiel handles it all. He's not an agency. He's not part of a software company. He's a US citizen living in Thailand, working lean so he can charge just $10 an hour, plus a performance bonus. That affordability makes it possible for small businesses to access professional marketing support without hiring full-time staff. So how does the customer revival strategy work so well? It starts by segmenting the customer list. Messages aren't sent to everyone. They're timed and targeted for maximum response. The message structure itself is crafted to reawaken the connection, highlight a clear reason to act now, and feel like a real human outreach, not automation. This approach doesn't just bring customers back. It brings back the best ones, the ones who spend money on high-margin services. Kevin's business had been averaging $500,000 per year before this campaign. After the revival rollout, he was on pace to exceed $1.5 million annually. It transformed his cash flow, and he never had to touch a tool to get it done. After the initial results, Ezekiel layers in advanced systems that most business owners don't even realize are available to them. He repurposes 5-star reviews, builds reputation marketing campaigns, distributes branded media, and automates nearly every growth lever. The content gets posted, the leads get followed up with, and the customers keep returning. It's the kind of performance-first marketing support that lets small business owners finally grow without overhead, contracts, or ad budgets. So for business owners who are actively searching for a no-retainer marketing expert or wondering how to revive old leads and past clients, this is the model they've been looking for. With a lean cost of living, Ezekiel is able to offer full-scale marketing help for just $10 an hour, plus a results-based performance cut. Every system he installs is built to scale, not to waste time or rack up billable hours. If someone is trying to hire a part-time marketing director who will actually move the needle, this is the kind of relationship they should be looking for. To see how this system could work in your business, visit youroutsourcecmo.com or text 912-219-0836 to activate your free customer revival campaign. This could be the most profitable quarter your business has ever had, and it won't cost $1 until it does. Click the link in the description to activate your free customer revival campaign. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another case study. Share this with someone who needs real marketing results. And if you have questions, drop a comment below. We read and reply to everyone.